I told you I was piggy packing today. What's good, everybody? This your girl, I Am More. And today you are with NewEra410 Podcast with my co-host, Mason. That's my guy right there. And then we have our special guests. We thank you for being our guest today on this Sunday therapy session. But let's go ahead and they can introduce themselves.
I guess I'll go first since I'm newcomer. I'm Kira. I'm a chef, and I pretty much came just to show some love on here. I'm very much into communication, so being asked to come here was definitely a plus for me because I like having real talks with real people. So yeah,
We appreciate you.
Hey, it's your girl Lily, Instagram Alicia16. I do everything, hair, nails, makeup, everything you would basically want think of. Just here for the hood therapy and to get some things out that you need to get out.
So,
hey, I got a question.
Oh God, what's up?
Can we do a women's empowerment episode today?
Ooh,
of course. I'm always about the women empowerment.
Let's
go. Let's
gotta
go.
give the ladies more flowers. It's a bunch of negativity. You know, people always saying a bunch of negative stuff about our women, especially our Black women. You get what I'm saying? So today we're gonna make sure we dedicate to showing a lot of love to y'all today.
To the women that made women, that's women. You hear me? So everybody, we thank y'all. But first of all, I gotta give hats off to my mama. Right? Because she's one of the reasons I'm here. So, big shout out to the mamas.
Because no matter what, I feel like to separate in our generation, I feel like we're at the age now where we can appreciate what our parents and our mothers, of course, did for us. They're usually the rock of the family. So, I mean, you have those moments where you be like, man, but then it's just like, it's so much more understanding once you understand life. Like, it's just so much more that can happen and transpire. And I feel like that's when the mother-daughter relationships actually bloom because it's much more understanding and there's not so much resentment and holding against,
Yeah, I agree with that. But I can't say anything about my mom because my dad raised me when I was 5. But I'll give a heads up to my aunts. Aunt Lisa, hey girl. But yeah, my aunts and the family around us that made me. So I can't say too much about my mom, but heads up to my dad and my aunts who stepped up when my mom couldn't. So
big ups to the village, man. Right. The village plays a great part, and I think, growing up, man, I wish they just be quiet, bro. What are they talking about? They always want me to go to the store. They always want me to do this and want me to do that. And then we turn around and probably do the same thing to our kids sometimes, like, yo, you was just right there with the remote, Mom. Why you call me? I was all the way downstairs. You know what I mean? But it comes with the territory, but I do agree with you both that it definitely takes understanding. And that's why I think it's truly important for us, even if we are parents or, we're aunts or anything like that, it's important for us to get to know these children and not to just assume like, because I'm an adult, you're going to listen to me. Because an adult, you're not always right. We don't always have a formula. There's no proper way to this parenting thing. People can give you their opinions all they want, but you know what I mean? Like different stories for different folks and even different love for different people. You can't love everybody the same way either. I'm learning that. Look, I'm the oldest of like a lot of kids. I'm gonna just say a lot of kids. You know what I mean? So, and my dad, bro, like, he knows he can't love us all the same because we different personalities, doing different things. And bro, some people may need a little more love than some others. For sure.
I like what you said, though. I like that Lily said that her aunt stepped up in the moment that her mother couldn't. Not that, it just sheds that, that positive light on whatever the situation was, that she still, has that love, that respect, and, that is her mother. And no matter what, she still had that, peace for her.
The battles that she had to go through. But the result, she came through when I got a little older. But she had to go through her battles, just like we go through battles that we didn't know our parents went through. So
Understand. Savior.
Yeah. We go
So I have a question for both of you ladies, right? Do you believe that sometimes, no matter who the person may be, that they are come into our lives or leave our lives in the moment where we may or may not need them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, me, I am a big person of faith. So just living by that and growing up in that, I feel like you have to know that thing of having something for a season, and that you having to show the lesson learned or whatever that you need to show to get to that next height, or to get that next blessing, or to get that next thing given to you. Definitely you have to understand the journey and how things are going to be inputted and output for you and during different times of your life. So yes, I definitely believe that.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, because you can have somebody in your life for a middle school or high school friend, don't mean they're supposed to be on that journey when you're an adult. They was there to teach you something at that moment, and you're supposed to move on. So yeah, I definitely think everybody's in a different season, and you're supposed to learn from them or keep them with you. It depends on who the person is.
Mm-hmm.
So have you, in your season, have you ever had a time where you was like, you love the person so much that you was just trying to hold on to them, even when you knew they ain't belong in that next season of yours?
They wasn't even supposed to be in there from the beginning.
No,
and
really.
See, I didn't want to say all that. But since you said it, let's go ahead and emphasize.
You, like I'm saying, you get the red flag in the beginning, just like a relationship. The guy come into your life, you're doing this, you're doing that, you profiting, you're doing your music and things like that. But he come in your life and you see the shortcomings, but you're like, I'm going to make him better, because the mommy, you like, I'm going to make him better. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But you knew he wasn't supposed to be there. And then he shatters everything in your life. And now you start going back to square one. So it's like certain people you're supposed to talk to, hi, and keep it moving versus bringing them into your work.
Yeah. Also, I feel like since we shouting out, our women, moms always know, they try to give you that little, that little pinch, like, and you don't want to listen. I feel like you definitely learn those lessons, early in life, especially when you first start dating. You just think you know what you feel. That feeling is just something that, what to create of it. You think you know what to make of it, but you really don't, because you haven't experienced and you haven't learned. But I can say a lot of times that my mom told me no. Most likely it was definitely a no. So however, I just feel like that helps you build your character in life. It helps you learn the lessons that you need to learn. And I can't say that experience is the hard way of learning something, even though you might have had someone guide you in a certain way, simply because everybody don't go through the same experiences and they are not put in those situations in the same way. So the experience is always, different. And because we are different, we maneuver different in these situations. So just because we have someone maybe feeding us, a good way, we can't say the way that we went wasn't good. However, we just didn't know what to make out of that situation at the time. So it's just definitely something that you have to grow into, and definitely life always gonna be a lesson at this point. Being adults, you're gonna learn that every day. Like it's always a knock
life
on
be life.
Yeah, I'm looking at you like, what's up? What you doing? What you learn? Like, let me see what you got for me today. So it's definitely something to keep your head on swivel about, and always, even as an adult, stay teachable. Like, always stay teachable. Definitely.
That right there, stay teachable. That right there sums it up all the time, because, I mean, for real, my pastor told me, because I'd be like, I know. He'd be like, if you know so much, why are you in the situation you in? Ooh. And it makes you think like, oh yeah, you're right. Maybe I don't know, and it's okay not to know. That's something that I continuously have to remind myself. It's okay not to know, bro. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to know. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask for help. Because, I think too, as women, and even men sometimes, we're groomed in a sense, depending on our upbringing. We're kind of groomed as to be in that survival mode.
Yes.
So as we connect with other people that may have been able to live their life, they don't necessarily understand as to why we are so guarded. Some of us were children, but never got to live a childhood. You know what I mean? So it's like we're constantly got our guard up. You know, we try to be soft, but I think we try to be soft sometimes with the wrong people, and they don't appreciate the femininity that we try to walk in.
That's because times as a woman, we try to give what we lacked. That feeling of wanting to produce what we lack, because we just feel like at this point, because I lacked it, I've learned how to give it in my own way. But trust me, my way is going to be that stronghold you're looking for. However, it's just, it's levels. Why y'all getting juicy like this?
We supposed to. There's levels to this thing, just like an onion. We peeling back the levels right now. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and dive into them levels, by all means, go ahead and do your thing. I'm here to learn today.
Right.
But it's definitely levels. Like, I can't say like personally. So I wouldn't say I had a bad upbringing, but it was definitely rough. There was a lot of mistakes, you know, saying from an adult point of view now, that my mom made. However, growing up, you know, you're able to forgive, you're able to, you know, rework, rebrand, rejuvenate some things. I feel like growing up with that type of upbringing caused me to be guarded. I am the oldest of 5 siblings on my mother's side. So of course you become, you know, like that second parent in the home, especially with my mom being a single parent, majority, you know, of my upbringing. And it brings a certain resentment, to be honest. And it brings a certain maturity that I feel like the parent doesn't understand they have created within us, because they have, you know, held us on this certain tier of helping, responsibility, you know, and maturing, you know, at such a young age, that when you become an adult, you kind of have to, you got to relearn how to actually communicate, because, you know, in households like that communication not as open as you would like it to be. And, you know, the way you get to express yourself is not as open as you are able to be as an adult. So you have to learn to not be so closed off, and to actually, you know, appreciate the people who want to come in and can understand. Sometimes without you even saying anything, they can just feel the energy, or they just can see, you know, your actions, and they can just feel, or they know from experience, like the type of person you are, or, you know, just how you come about, or how you move, and what you expect or what you should receive, you know, from other people. It just gives a narrative of, first, learn yourself when you come out of that, because yourself gives off what other people are going to give to you. Those people you meet, whatever you give to them, that's how they're going to respond to you. If you allow people to disrespect you, that's what you're going to get. Sometimes you definitely have to, it's not sometimes, you always have to set the tone. Even if you feel like you know a person, or you're in a comfort zone with a person, you always have to set a tone for how a person should treat you, and what you're going to deserve. Them standards, them boundaries, create them.
I'm just going to exit. Like, was you on the phone with me and Mason earlier? Because I just feel like you just tapping on some things right now. Like,
because a lot of experience are so universal that people just don't understand, because you're not with these people universally when you're going through these things. So you don't always imagine, oh, the next person, oh, dang, you know, they've experienced this or they've experienced that. That's not what you're thinking. And it's kind of, I feel like that subconsciously come from like not trying to be judgmental over people, but when you first meet them, you get me, but like, it's definitely a thing. Like, it's definitely a thing that these problems, these issues that have, you know, just been placed, kind of like when they say you have to deal with the cards you're dealt. That's so true, but you don't always have to be a product of that first hand that you're dealt. Because trust me, you get hands on hands on hands. It's never going to be that same hand. So how you going to change it? Like, how you going to change it?
You definitely hit that on the dot.
Y'all just looking at me like
you did good with that one. I don't even
It was the nail and the hammer. Good gosh.
Need to take a sip on that one. Sure.
For real, where's my drink? Oh.
Look, everybody taking a sip for you. Okay, one time.
I'm gonna take my own sip too.
Right.
Yeah, because we didn't even think our parents, like, if you think about it, us growing up, our parents was what, 21 probably when they had us. My dad and mom was 21. My mom already had 2 kids before I was born. So when my dad got with her, she didn't know how to be a mom, even though she already had 2 kids. He was like, no, I'm not letting my 2 girls that I have with you live in this environment. I got to get them out. I'm going to put a good house over them. I'm going to get a good community around them, even though we couldn't go to the hood and peep out the window and look at all that. He tried to keep us together. But when you grow up, he can't hold us together in this little community. You're going to see the world. You're going to see the shootings. You're going to see the violence. So it's like, are you protecting your kids or are you holding your kids back once they're adults? So it's like a catch-22 with parents in it. And like now, my son, he's everywhere. He playing football and all that. But I'm like, do you know, look across both ways across the street from before, oh, ain't no traffic. Like he have no care in the world, these kids now. But us, we have to look both ways, dodge traffic. It's like a different generation, and we got to adapt to it, and we got to learn from our kids because our parents didn't tell us communicating. They didn't teach us that. They say shut up and stay in a child's place and go to your room when you don't want to, when you want to communicate with them. They don't want it all that. But now we have to do that because communication and talking to your kids and talking to your friends and all that, it helps us. It brings better out of us. Like we don't know what's going on if we don't talk about it. So it's like we need that village and we need these great people in the world to make it better. And our parents wasn't there because they didn't have it. You think about it, back in the days of slavery, out of slavery, trying to get the woman to work. So it's like they didn't have that balance that we have right now.
And I used to sneak anyway and still listen to the conversations when they told me to go in the other room.
Okay.
And then you don't have the cousins with you.
No.
Real talk. Don't have the cousins with you because they be at the step 2.
Right.
Boss, you heard that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, what's up, butt cheek? I heard him say butt cheek, yo.
But on some real, y'all, to kind of piggyback off y'all, in a sense, you know, in regards to this parenting thing, like I was terrified when I became a parent. When I even found out that I was pregnant, I was cussing and everything. You feel me? Like I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is real. Like I'm gonna be somebody's mother. And even 6 years later, I'm still looking at her like, bro, I'm your mother. You feel me? But it's like I've realized that in the midst of me, like having a child is forcing me to heal my child self because she is the reflection of the things that I lack and need to work on. And it's just like, I look at her and I'm just like, bro, like, ooh, I gotta be sensitive. Ooh, I gotta be okay with crying. What? I gotta be okay with telling her no. You know, like things like that, things that, you know, we might look like other people might look at as little, but it's super big to us because it's like, yo, I really got a lot of baggage to unpack. Because if I don't, she's gonna be a reflection of me and who I don't want her to be. So when people say I want my child to be better, for me, it's not even the aspect of the accomplishments. It's the aspect of being a better person that loves herself, that recognizes that she is worthy, that recognizes that she actually has the power. She was born with power and nobody can take that if she doesn't give it to him. So like, just in that sense of trying to like, yo, just really be a better individual, not just a better mother, but being a better individual. Cause I think sometimes as mothers, we kind of surpass the individuality of ourselves. We just want to be the best mother that we could possibly be. But today, on some real, y'all, I'm at a point where it's like, I have to be a better Amor. Who is Amor? That's where it kind of starts. Like, who are you to you? what do you mean to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like asking yourself those type of questions, like speaking life into yourself, because a lot of times we pouring into people's cups and we don't even have nothing left for ourselves. Nothing. We barely got stuff for our kids. And so much so, we don't have things left for our children that we're just giving them anger, frustration, yelling and cussing and the things that they don't need. So when we get it back in a sense with their tantrums and stuff, we're looking like, well, why are you so angry? Look at yourself.
That's the energy poured into.
For real. Like that energy transfer is serious. It's real. You know what I mean? I think that when I say this parenting thing ain't easy, it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's possible.
Definitely.
Lily, look, you said your parents was like 21. Look, my mom was 13. My father was 15. They was children having children, you know? And people, you know, will always say, because I would have so much animosity, they were like, well, your parents were children when they had you. I said, yeah, but they ain't children now. Right. So again, we have to heal that childhood person that still lives in us, really.
You gotta remember, it takes just as much time to unlearn something than it takes to learn it or to be molded into that way. So. Right.
Unlearn, relearn, man. That's what it is. And it's crazy that we using all these R words, right? Because today I said to a person like released. Like I'm just happy for the release. Like I'm gonna tell y'all on some real, I've been writing release letters to people. Okay.
I did that last year.
And when I say it's what am I on my 4th day, Mason? Of writing one letter to a person. Like it's been 4 days. And I'm just like, yo, I know what I want to say, but oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is crazy. But you gotta do it. It is what it is. This is a part of not just empowering somebody else, but really empowering yourself, y'all. Let that shit go.
Sometimes people think the right way, because I can understand why you're doing it this way. Because at the end of the day, the actual conversation is just, that's what doesn't make sense to you. And it's crazy that something that seems to be deemed as something that is the best thing for all issues and stuff like that is such a barrier at the same time, because it's just things are just so uncomprehended. Makes people feel like the conversation is just, it doesn't make sense. Why am I about to pour all of this out to you? And I know that this piece of communication is not going to go anywhere. I totally get it.
And you know what else? Somebody asked me, like, what are you expecting to get out of this? Bruh, it's not for this person. It's for me. I'm not expecting to get nothing but the release I need, the healing I need for me. I don't want no long drawn conversation. I don't need you not to take any accountability. That's that part. The accountability. I don't need that. I just need you to know how I feel, because I have suppressed my feelings for so long to allow you to just do whatever the hell you wanted to do. So now I'm taking my power back, and I gotta do what's best for me.
And you have to, because simply everyone is not raised or not set up or does not, they don't prepare themselves to be the well-rounded people that you actually need to be the person, the people that says that will make the world a better place. I do agree that there are so many people that can make the world a better place. However, that person has to be well-rounded. They have to be healed. Not saying that you have to be totally healed, because healing takes a long time. Trust me, healing takes a long time. But to be that better person, you have to know that you've done something to make yourself better to be able to put that back out. I'll say this as an example. Me and my wife, for an example. I grew up on the little rougher side of things, but, her upbringing was, better. I didn't grow up in a house with I love yous and stuff like that. I learned to say that when I got older, because my friends showed me love. So it's kind of like, that's kind of like where people say, my friends are my family, because that's a real thing. You build these relationships and you're proud of these bonds, because a lot of people don't even know what it takes for you to create this bond, because no one has told you how to really create a bond that sticks, that's genuine. Sometimes a lot of people create these bonds with trauma and then, you know, it's trauma bonding. Now you feel like you just have this best friend because y'all have all this negative things in common. Okay, I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. I want to see how you heal. I want to see what you do now and at this big age, in this adulthood. I want to see where we come from. What pulled you out? What are you doing better? I need to see the difference somewhere. That's how I know if you're talking about what you're talking about. If you're really doing what you're talking about. A lot of people like to say, oh, I'm real. Oh, well, are you real enough to go into yourself maybe daily, maybe weekly, however, to give yourself those reality checks that you need to check in? Oh, well, I didn't do this, right this week. It's okay. Critique yourself. Because sometimes everybody else don't have the guts to do it. Not to say the guts to say that they're scared, but sometimes people don't know how to approach a person in a way that they feel is comfortable, where they'll actually be able to comprehend and get the message that they're trying to convey. That's why people I feel like we make it so hard to allow people to give us those, genuine flows, because don't always think that everybody is just like you, because it's not. It's some people who just coming up to you because they grew up on that love and they just want to say, oh, what's up? I'm just checking in on you, genuinely love you, just wanted to make sure you was good. But we block them out because it's just like, oh, what you want now? You just think all people always want something, but you have to unlearn that. You really gotta unlearn that, because everybody doesn't want something from you. And sometimes, definitely physically, sometimes people are trying to pick up the pieces and meet other people to help them become whole and to give them, those effective things that they need to just wrap their mind around certain things that they might not, experience. We are other people's experiences daily, when we meet them, when we talk to them, however, through jobs, just through walking past, through events. We are other people's energy. So, we are other people's experiences. So what type of experience do you want to be for others? Now, don't get that mixed up with seeming like everybody, gets to deserve your energy, because everybody doesn't. However, that first account, you never know, that can just be the slightest thing for somebody to say, like, damn, why I'm always angry? Or why I always got mean mug? That lady just walked past me and just straight smiled. It's like a curse to just smile, just to be friendly. And I understand, because I used to be that person. I just used to be that person, just like never smiling. And it was never anything against other people. It was just so much within me that I just had to unlearn to just heal from, just to know that type of attitude or that type of, it don't get you far. You feel like that's the right way to protect yourself, and it's not.
To heal.
Right.
Well, I think y'all started something on this show. Hey, we need to keep this sip thing going, bro. When somebody say something, you feel me? We need to take a sip. I'm feeling that. What y'all say, you? Because I'm sitting back and I'm just loving everything y'all saying right now, just learning more.
We gotta heal. We definitely gotta heal. You got to heal. It's like you gotta be. To me, I feel like in my life, I've been through a lot. Some things I wouldn't put on my worst enemy. But people are like, why are you happy now? I'm like, because I went through some hell. I went through some ups and downs. I went through a lot. It's like, I don't want to go through that anymore. So when I see a next person at my job and they not happy, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, you want somebody to talk to? Because I didn't have nobody to talk to all the time. So you want to talk? Go ahead. Let me hear it. And then I'll give you what I need to tell you. But it's like, some people need it. And if you can't be nice to somebody, it's not going to work. Every day, say something nice to somebody. You never know. You might help somebody from not killing themselves. Or, one guy at my job killed his wife. He was unhappy. But around us, we would never know that. He was positive. He was uplifting. But did he go home? He shot her in the head. Like, he was mad. For some reason, I think she was cheating on him or whatever. But every day he's happy, he's positive. Like, we have to show that. Like, people say, oh, you too bougie, or you too uppity, you too happy. Why can't I be? If you know what I went through in my past, you would be like, girl, I'm glad you happy. You ain't shoot up the club, because You was close to killing somebody. I used to fight every day. I used to be mean. Girl, smile. Man, F you. Like, those are my first words to somebody when they say smile. Man, things go up and everything. Leave me alone. Now it's like, oh, I'm happy. Thank you. I appreciate it. You got a beautiful smile. Thank you. I appreciate it because I want that same love back. So we got to start with ourselves and push it out to everybody else.
Facts. I say healing is definitely a practice. And practice, you know how they used to say practice makes perfect. I say practice makes progress. It don't matter how slow, how fast, progress is progress. And we got to appreciate that. We got to learn how to give ourselves some grace. Because I think a lot of times we just be like, yo, it's not moving fast enough. It's not fast enough. Or some people may, just because the person may not see the progress that you're doing, don't diminish what you're doing. It's happening. It's happening. And sometimes things are hidden so that people don't see, because some people pray against you. So you definitely gotta realize that too. Like, people that proclaim to love you, sometimes they don't. You that's why it's so important for us to love ourselves. You know what I mean? So many times we're looking for confirmation. We're looking for everything in somebody else, when really we got everything right here within ourselves that we need. That's why it's very important for people to get to learn who you are. Don't allow people to define who you are. So it's just, yeah, man. Y'all, man, good God. Look, I need to sit again. Good goodness.
You breaking walls, girl. You breaking these walls. Woo.
Y'all see that though? I know y'all see that pinky. I know y'all see that pinky.
So, ladies, I have another question for y'all, for real, right? And I mean, you know, we've been talking about the healing. We've been talking about everything we could possibly talk about. But right now, I need to know. I just need to know. How do you know for sure when somebody try to run game on you? Well, or are they really interested in you?
It's hard.
It's definitely hard, but I can say over the years, I definitely have deciphered, because let me tell you something. When you enter something with someone else, the mission of theirs, it should always to be to learn you better. The mission of yours, it should always to be able to learn that other person better. Because it should be those days where it gets to, you should not have to ask about certain things. You should just know, oh, this is what does well for this person. This is what, give this person's gratitude. I'm not a materialistic person. And when I first met my wife and got my wife, she was definitely not domestic. Grew up spoiled, spoon-fed as ever. However, she has learned, oh, buy me a purse is not what makes me happy. Let me come into a house. Clean house, please. Clean kitchen. Like, those are the things that make me feel good. Those are the things that's going to have me running into your arms like, oh my gosh, thank you, babe. Not a purse. Not to say that I'm not grateful for those things. However, when it comes to reality and the things, because every day your task is to try to take some of the stress off of your partner, whatever that looks like for you too. That even goes into with this whole 50-50 thing, or whatever the case may be. It's whatever works for you. You never know what it's going to be. It's never going to be 100. Don't ever think that. Even on the days you wake up with the most high energy and you have in your mind that you're set up to do all of these things to make your day complete, it's never going to be 100. Why? Because throughout that day, you lose energy, you lose interest in some of the things that you had to, your interest in before. Like, it just takes all of those things. So it's just like, pull back sometimes. It's just, I don't know. Be what you want another person to be to you. That's, if you think of it about that way, it's not hard, because you're literally giving what you want to receive. Like, it shouldn't be hard. I feel like being a good person should not be hard. However, back to what we said, it takes a healed person to be a good person, because if you're not, you're always going to give people all the things that you feel that made you this way. You're going to give them that.
I need another sip.
somebody's not for you, you can feel it. You can definitely feel it. If somebody's for you, they want to elevate you. They want to make you better. They're not going to make you worse or make you feel like you're not giving them all. They're going to be like, hey, I see you want to open your business, push for you. Hey, did you check up on this? Did you do that? They're going to elevate you. They're going to make you feel like, yo, this is my partner. But as soon as they feel like you see them not doing great, you're going to be like, this ain't for me. This person ain't for me. They're not helping me develop myself. They're not building me up. They're not giving me the word of affirmations. They're not giving me nothing. Why are you here? But then you realize they here to take from you. They see your light and they want to take from you. They see that you doing music and you on this broadcast and you doing all this. They want that. So they not for you. They for the things you have. And I had to learn that. A lot of people, my last relationship, he wanted everything from me, but gave me nothing back. So I'm like, love myself. I'm going to want for what I want. And if you're not for me, you're going to leave. I can't give you 100 and you give me 5%. So you won't feel it.
So have you ever dealt with a person that been on some stuff like you tell them how you feel and they tell you got mama daddy issues? Yeah. And say that's why you want that from me because you got mommy and daddy issues. But I'm like, wait a minute. No, I got an issue with your ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, why you trying to no accountability? Again, how do y'all feel about that?
He basically telling you from the jump, he has issues because your partner's supposed to help you through them issues. And if it's the right person, he's going to see it and you're going to see that you got mommy and daddy issues. What you going to do to help me? I got issues. What you going to help me with? If you're not going to help me, how are we going to fix this? You're telling me, okay, you see it. So what are you going to do about it? I got issues. What can I do to help? Okay, she don't like this. She don't like me yelling, so I'm not going to yell. If I got issues with you yelling, why would you do it? So if you're not communicating, you're not with me, you're against me.
I hate it.
I ain't gonna have no damn juice messing with y'all no more.
God. Good God. I'm glad I got the big bottle.
I feel like situations for me, I feel like looking back, I feel like all my situations were the same in lieu of how things like ended or the type of feelings that were felt throughout the relationship. And I have to look at myself because I didn't change how I gave myself to people. It's like, because it's just like, I'm so stronghold on like people knowing that I'm loyal to them, just giving people me. I'm just a nice person, like, and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, when you are growing, but you're just getting into your growth and the other person isn't growing. So you don't know how to tell that they're not growing yet. So it's just like you're feeding this situation that just, that you're actually surpassing, but you just cannot recognize them because you're still taking your baby steps to get where you are. You just feel like you're growing with this person, but it's really not like that. And then when you try to bring up or certain situations that would feed a relationship, it actually is an argument. Why? Because the person is not comprehending on your level at that point of where you're trying to go, because now you're speaking from a place of where you want to go and where you're trying to move to. However, that person is just like that blockage because, once again, most likely you have outgrown that person and you're just not realizing it. I had to learn that the hard way. Definitely the hard way. And because what you give, you will never feel bad. What you give, I don't care how much you try to make yourself feel it or see it, you will never feel it back. Even in the midst of trying to give the excuses of why this person may not be giving this to you or why they can't or why it's just not pouring out of them, is because they don't want it to. They ain't seeking the growth to get there. Right. Like,
that was real.
Yo said, yo, my son. You seeking no growth. You my son. Go, you know what? Go get that bottle, boy. Because Yo, my son. But we got some comments, y'all. So Nettie Slim says social media got people thinking they hood therapists, low-key trying to diagnose you and fix you, when in reality, they sometimes projecting their own issues.
True.
I don't think hood therapist is about trying to fix anyone, because I feel like therapy is always about a person trying to fix themselves, because that's not something that you can even push on a person, because if a person wants to be better, that's something that's going to be self-inflicted. So I don't think it's about that. I just think it's about awareness, making people aware that, number one, you're not alone. Number two, there's some people who are not afraid to actually get out here and speak on certain things that a lot of people are uncomfortable about. And a lot of people are uncomfortable of these conversations because nobody has properly gave it to them or made them feel that type of level of trying to think and hold accountability and grow is beyond that next person. A lot of times when a person tries such a growth, it's because they're not trying to grow. A lot of times when a person tries to stop you from being a better you, is because they don't want to, or they don't know how to get themselves there. And because y'all might have the same story, or y'all came up the same way, or y'all got some similarities that might have stunted y'all the same before, they don't understand how you keep leveling up while they still sitting there. And that's because all the inside work people claim they really not doing. It's a scam likely, right? Okay.
Likely. Ooh. Ooh. That's when I'll put people in my phone is scam likely. Good God. Between scam likely and facade, whichever name they want. Facade's gonna last for so long though.
So bad. And the masks are put there because a lot of people don't know how to actually work hard for what they want. They just know what it takes to get what they want. So that's all they're doing. They putting the face mask on to just get to where they want to get to. They ain't put in the work.
So they believe in fake it till you make it.
Definitely. And that's the crab barrel mentality that gets so many people left in the barrel.
And looking at somebody else's social media thinking that, because they can do it. No, you don't know how hard.
Speaking of social media, that's crazy. I said that because I am a person who is a firm believer. I do not follow celebrities. I follow, to be honest, Chris Brown, Chica, and like one other person, but that's because I really, really like them. However, like to just look on your timeline and to see stuff that I'm not, and it's not even to say that you will never have, but you're not in the lane to be at that level yet. Work for it. You think this person just started making videos and now they got 1 million views in one day? I mean, sometimes it happens like that, but that ain't the reality of it. People lose sight. Social media is the losing. That is the losing streak from some of our generation and this new generation. That is the losing streak right there, because the expectation of what they think they will have, they don't even know how hard they got to work for it, because it just looks so good and they feel like these people got it so fast. So they don't know, or they don't even know how to put in perspective how to even get to that point. Like it's crazy. And a lot of them don't even care to ask the questions to even get to that point.
You had said something earlier that I kind of wanted to like piggyback on, when you were saying therapy is really like for yourself and not necessarily for the other people. What y'all probably don't realize is y'all be helping me learn my girlfriend. You feel me? By understanding how different women think, and y'all be having some of the same, thoughts that she be having, but I be kind of learning like, all right, maybe she don't know how to express it, like everything a certain way. So of course, you feel me, like
the process of trying to unlearn something that someone before you made her feel, maybe expressing herself to someone before you, they shut her down in a way that made her uncomfortable to even just be freely enough to even do that, which I can relate to. So yeah. So a lot of things are trauma, and I hate the narrative that you have to be alone to grow, because no, sometimes you can't always point out those big things that you need to see within yourself. Sometimes you can't see that. That's not, and it's not always about being alone. Is isolation to unlearn all the things that you still need to do to be sociable and well-rounded, because it makes you feel like put you in that mindset of, oh, I got me. Yes, you got you, but you got to know how to coexist with these other people still. You still have to learn and still, grow in that aspect. So I just feel like isolation is cool when it comes to, the heart of things, because sometimes that's the only way people do know how to get through things. However, sometimes it's just the process of them trying to unlearn. And if you know your partner's love languages, sometimes it's important to practice how you're trying to communicate in those ways, instead of we get so it's easy to reform back to your love languages because it comes natural. That's just something that just easily is your nature. However, sometimes they entwine, but a lot of times it don't measure up. It doesn't measure up. You have to learn her in the way of how she receives things. Sometimes, it could be a written letter. Sometimes she might not be in the mood to talk, but if you were to maybe write her a letter to say how you feel and she write you back, I'm pretty sure all that she wants to say but can't, get it out, it'll come out.
And that's usually how it works better too. Like, she's better at like writing things out because it helps her think, instead of feeling like, dang, I'm on a spot, I gotta try to remember every single thing. And I'll be understanding that too. They used to get on my nerves at first. I ain't gonna say and act like I'm all perfect and I'm still learning, you get what I'm saying? But women and men are so different, but you got to be willing to, you feel me, like learn the person's like habits and how they talk, or their traumas, or even with a woman and a woman, you get what I'm saying, or whoever you deal with, you have to really want to passionately learn that person. Like you said earlier, you got to have in your mind, how can I help this person be a better person? You get what I'm saying? People say that all the time, but how many people really go out their way every single day and you incorporate in someone else's happiness with your happiness? It's always good to just say all these things, but when it comes to like putting it into play, that's when they get real.
Yo, these comments, bro. Okay, we're checking out these comments. So we got Kayla. She was like, yes, they want to tag along and make it off your hard work and not theirs. That's why you have to watch who tries to connect themselves to you. It's not always for friendship. She also said, yes, write me a letter, baby. Pour your heart out. LOL.
I like that. That's somebody else's love language, writing letters. But you got
for real, yo. For real.
You got to make them feel safe to come to you at their vulnerability state too, though.
And I think what you said her name was Kayla, that comment.
Yeah.
I feel like also with people who come along to that you feel like they just come to take, most of the times they don't know the work that it took for you to get to that spot. And also, I hate that I forgot what I was about to say.
It's all good. You normal.
It's gonna come back.
That comment. When they try to take from you, a lot of times they don't know how to create that person in themselves. So they're trying to see what you do and, to try to get themselves on the same level. However, that's also a way of looking at people being on your level. Level just don't mean finances. Level just don't mean, what they got or it means them wholly, how they're able to communicate, what their thought processes are. How are you guys able to, talk about things where you guys have different insights? Because just because it's different doesn't mean one of you are wrong. Because it's always a way to bring two differences together to try to make some type of compromise. Like, it's just so many ways, but that's a part of the level. Look for that too when you're looking for a person to date. That requires level. How their mind. I want to see what your mind is way before I see what kind of money you got, what kind of car you drive. Like, yeah.
Whole time, like, we need to have a meeting because I need to talk to you. Off the air, bro.
I'm always.
I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just throw it out there. You feel me? But nevertheless, y'all, like, on some real though, y'all are really teaching me right now. You feel me? Like I really feel like a student in a classroom. Because I think, like you said earlier, you got to be teachable and just taking this all in. You know what I mean? As women, we be like, man, I know what I'm doing. When really we don't know squat. We don't know nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning. I'm still learning myself. You know what I mean? I'm still learning.
To come to me and be like, hold up. Because you did what? Now, like, I am that person. I am a big accountability person. So I hold myself to such a high standard. And I expect my friends to too. Because, girl, don't be like me out here doing nothing like that.
Like crazy. Check me. Looking like boo-boo the fool.
Go back and
out here looking like Summer Walker a little bit. No, don't do that to me.
Sometimes what we feel like is the rational action to take, sometimes it shouldn't even be an action at all. So you just gotta learn how to choose those battles, and don't come let nobody steal your energy and your joy. Period. Like, make sure they on your level. When they come around, it's just as chipper as you. How many times in a week do you wake up out your bed and wake up with a smile? I need to know these things. Like,
okay,
it is that serious. Let the people know, yes, it is that serious, because at the end of the day, whatever you don't check in the beginning, you cannot be mad that it resurfaces later down the line, because you need to look at yourself because you ain't check it. You ain't check it. You can't be mad at somebody not revealing the real them when you ain't checked them.
Dude, you check at the front door.
People gonna bring you what they feel gonna get you. You gotta check them. Hold yourself accountable. That's like a parent sending their kid to school and never checking their grades, and then at the end of the year be like, "Oh, y'all never told me my child was failing. You ain't checked them."
You know that happened a lot. You know it happened a lot. Mm-hmm. So Kayla holding down the comments. I'm gonna just say it. She said, "Agreed. This generation can be shallow. There's not a lot of emphasis on getting to know the core of who people are. I've definitely learned that some takers have learned that behavior. And if you're a giver, you have to know boundaries, because takers know none." Yes, I tell people all the time, my energy is my currency. I can't afford for you to take any of that from me. My energy nor my peace. It's mine. That's what she said. It's mine. Well, hers, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah, for sure.
Be serious. I like you, Kayla. You serious about yourself, as you should, especially as a woman. You should be serious about yourself. It's just, being a woman is so powerful, and a lot of women don't even know that. They don't even know that we are the carriers of so much, but because they can't see the full picture of what a woman breeds, because a lot of time we're lack there, because there's always something missing or there's a void. And a lot of people don't know how to come back from those voids. They keep it a void, and they keep it as a resentment type of thing and something to use as a crutch. I just talk like that because that's just how I am. Well, you can't talk to me like that, and that's okay to tell a person. Be serious.
Okay. Like, and Kayla said, period.
It's okay to do that. Like, it's literally okay, because at the end of the day, women protect themselves just as hard as they protect everybody else. Women is the person who protects. Not to say that men does not protect. Not to say that when it comes to this down and dirty stuff, who y'all see on the scene every time? Let's be real. Women.
Let me tell you.
Why? Because
with lions and lioness, who protect? The lioness protects. Mm-hmm. I'm just being honest. Like, in chess.
And there's so many alpha females out here that's scared to be their alpha selves, because there's so many men who feels like being an alpha is this masculine energy. It's not even about masculine energy. It's about making myself feel protected in what's being voided. That's it. That's all. It's giving me myself that protection in the space where it feels voided. So yes, if I don't have, in most instances, a man that's come take out my trash, all right, well, I'm taking my trash. So when you see me taking out my trash, who else gonna do it? It's just, it's a habit that is created mostly by single women who usually is doing it all alone. It doesn't mean that they don't want a man who probably to come in to, do all of these things for them. It's just that they had to do it alone for so long, and they probably seen their moms do it alone for so long. It's literally a trickled effect. So it's not that they don't want it. They don't. It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement. It's a want. It's something that adds that spice or that little razzle or that women feel like they want to be seen as in their whole picture. Like,
but nobody wants to be single, and nobody want to be a single mom either. So
hell no, it's hard as a bench press out here. You heard me.
We want that man. We want that aggressive man to take care of us and take the trash out. If I tell anybody, don't have no kids if you're not married. Even if, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't know I was pregnant, but
it just be
it's
like
not
that.
what we want. We don't want this, but we have to be that masculine woman because we don't have a man in the house. But we need it. Like back in the day, we had men in the house and we didn't have to work. So we can flip and say we can still work and have a man in the house, or a man and man, woman and woman. You need a partner. You need a partner in crime. God made
I need to respect women's boundaries just like they want women to respect their boundaries.
Yeah.
And the sense of what makes them feel complete as who they are. Don't try to dim their whatever just because you feel like that's something that they shouldn't be doing or that you would rather do. You can't dim their light because who's going to do it for them if they don't?
Right.
I think all of that stuff comes into play with the whole, like you said, checking it at the door. So I think a lot of stuff starts with,
do the pat down.
Because my wife, she's not a man, but she straight let me know at the door, like the type of things, how she did things. Like, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. Like, it wasn't something that I was used to because I am definitely alpha female, and in a lot of my relationships, I took that dominant role, as taking care of the house, just taking care of a lot of things. So it kind of it's just a thing. However, I became appreciative of it because when I first met her, I was starting my second leg of college, and just to know that someone had my back to say, okay, you chill on working on all of this, like you still focus on your studies. That was new to me. However, for a long time, it was like, we're not doing that. Oh, I'm not doing that. Like, that's not what I do. Like, I'm not no stay-at-home person. Like, but it was just like, why are you even doing all of that? Like, why are you upset that someone wants to alleviate some stress? But it's just because I was just so conditioned to just do it all myself. It's possible.
What other people would call being difficult.
Right. But it's possible. It's possible to unlearn some of those habits to, because at the end of the day, what is it hurting? Trust me, you want to feel the other side of what you ain't never felt before. It's scary. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's so scary to grow into. But trust me, you want it. Like, you want it. Ladies, y'all want it. Y'all don't want it.
So look, we're going to speak that into existence for ourselves. We want the other side where we could just chillax a little bit, wiggle our toes, put our feet up, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it. So we got Kayla back in the comments before we introduce this new topic, but we got Kayla in the comments. She said, once you know your worth, it's a dangerous place to be. It took her a while to learn hers, but once she did, woo, child. So she said, what you allow will continue. So we definitely got to put those boundaries and barriers to these particular things, no matter how much you care for a person, no matter how much you like a person. Like and love yourself first, y'all. But here we go. We got this new segment, and I got to introduce it, y'all. It's a get to know you better. So we just trying to get to know you better, and y'all can get to know us better. So Mason, you got the floor.
All right, so ladies, we're gonna do this new segment. This is something that me and Amor came up with, where it lets the fans get a better idea of who you are. Now, don't think too deep on these questions, but of course, be honest. But the questions is not going to be like super serious questions. It's going to kind of more be on the fun side, but there's still going to be things that, people will want to know about you, right? So we can start with Lily, and then we'll let Kira answer. So we're going to ask one question, but both of y'all going to answer both the questions. So we just doing this for the order. So that way, Lily been on here, even though this is her first time doing this segment, we wanted to take the pressure off. I didn't want to put you first, Kira. All right, so the first thing I want to ask is, what is your ideal dream date?
Oh, my ideal dream date would be not expensive, something from the heart, something that you thought of and you have a plan. Like you say, hey, this time, be dressed. This is where I'm coming to pick you up at. And that's more, I don't care if we even go to the park, but a picnic. It's not the money for me. It's the thought and the process of it.
I definitely agree. Because I feel like people just get so caught up in just the aesthetic of things these days. They really forget about the thought of things. They want to do the most expensive things, and I'm just not that girl. I like to do nice things, but for me, water. Take me by some water. Communicate with me. Let's talk to me. Let's just chill and vibe out. Because in the beginning, that's all I want to do is have conversations. Because I am that person. I'm gonna pick your brain because I like to catch people off guard. That's my big thing. I like to catch people off guard. So just buy some water, something calm, and have good conversation. Because if you can't hold if you can't hold a conversation, it's boring. I know you can't communicate if we can't have simple conversations. So, yeah.
What's your sign? Hold up. Before we go to the next question, what is your sign?
I'm a water sign.
Which one?
I
don't know. I'm thinking of Pisces.
I'm a Pisces.
And I'm a Aquarius.
Gang. Okay, so I understand.
You're a Pisces?
I am a Pisces. I'm born just on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces. So, bro.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm like, she by water.
Yeah.
Oh, she got to be yes, sir. Okay, it makes sense now. Okay, go ahead, Mason. Go to your next.
All right, so the next question is, tell me a secret skill that you have.
Let's see.
Like a skill that most people might not know about you.
A lot of things I do
know that you have.
I do a lot. Hey, I can't really say because most of my stuff I put out there.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I draw. I don't sing, but I try to sing. I can't sing but a dance, and I'm silent. Honestly, I'll say trying to find love in the right way. That's my secret thing that I'm searching for and working more hard on. Trying to find a great mate versus anybody, because I don't want that.
Keeping in mind, you want a partner. You want a life partner.
I want a life partner.
You don't want no mate. You don't want just no husband. No, you want a life partner so they can be everything you need. And when we speaking into existence, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because I'm married once, and that's it. Life once. That's it. I'm not doing it again. So it's death to us part.
Oh, that's the thing. I only want to be married once. I've been engaged 4 times. Well, so I've only been married once though. So,
all right. So you tell us a secret skill that you have.
Mine. Well, others would say singing, but I'm too shy. So only my friends have ever heard me sing. But I would say acting. Acting is my thing. When I was younger, like I stayed in plays and stuff like that, in theater stuff. So I can act my tail off, like, trust me. That's my first love. If anybody ever say, like, what's your dream job? An actress would be it for me.
So when we do our skits, Mason, we know who to call.
For sure.
Because I like to be goofy. I'm shy, but being goofy helps me through that. So, yeah. Yeah.
All right, next question is, what is your favorite food?
Ooh, well, I'm Italian, so I like Italian foods and seafood.
Mine would have to probably be like chicken. Honestly,
fried, baked, barbecue, what kind?
I like chicken with wings. So I like people who make sauces. I'm a sauce girl, so I would say that. And after that, I would probably just say pasta. Like I love, because you can do so much with pasta. So I like people who make things uniquely.
I think I want to add a little ripple into this. I think we should add a more to this too, since this is Women's Empowerment Day. So we need to get you in on these questions. What is your favorite food?
Food that's cooked and seasoned.
Okay. First of all, that
right.
Because some of these businesses out here be camping, okay?
You be like, yeah, no, I want food that's worth my money. Oh yeah, and Kayla said, I'm Italian too. Where's your family from?
Everywhere. South Carolina, North Carolina, Baltimore, we everywhere. We everywhere. I'm 13 deep, brothers and sisters, so we everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, understood. Say less.
All right, next.
Yeah, I love food that's seasoned and cooked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question is, name a great childhood memory, like one of your best childhood memories that you can think of.
Oh, I used to play sports in school. I played every sport, 2 sports every season. One day my dad was like, I'm not coming. I'm like, well, you never come anyway. But one day I was running track and I turned and he was right there with the camera. And I was like, should I keep walking and running or should I run to him and hug him? Because I'm so happy he's here. So that was a great moment for me because he never comes. And he had my sister and brother there. And I was like, well, Dad, he actually took a day off to come see me run, even though I lost. But thank you.
Right.
Right. What was the question?
Name one of your best childhood memories.
Right. I think this particular thing is one of my best childhood memories because it's something I talk about. And I feel like this is when I just became more of a fearless little girl. So my dad took me and a friend to Kingston, Maine. And it was like a stand-up roller coaster back then called the Shockwave. Ooh. And I was scared because I wasn't as tall. So he straight left me over there with my mother and he took my friend. And I just was like, I ain't like that because I'm a daddy's girl. And it's just like, so it's just like, after that, he came back and got me and we got on together. And it was just like pumped up. I was pumped up from after that. And I just literally rolled. From then, I never turned down a roller coaster. And I just feel like in that moment that just, because he motivated me a little more, kind of made me, I didn't, realize that I took it from a jealous streak then, but it was just like, oh no. And then I just feel like that kind of opened a door for me just to become this fearless person that I am. Just go for it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's dope that both of y'all one of y'all greatest childhood memories involved y'all dad. I think that's pretty dope. Amor?
So I had a couple, but the one that really stuck out to me the most is actually like my mom used to play ball, right? And I play ball too. And it was like one day, we was outside playing basketball together against each other, going at it. You feel me? And it was like, I never beat my mother. But this night I beat her. And she was like, nah, let's buy 2. Nah, nigga, I'm going in the house. The lights And I carry that with me every since, I said, that's all I needed was one time. That's it.
All right, next question. I hope y'all enjoying this segment. I'm definitely enjoying it.
Yeah,
Pick one friend and tell us a little bit about them.
Oh.
I would say my best friend to this day in North Carolina. Her name is Crystal. Love you. She's older than me. She's like in her 50s. I'm 38. She was more of a mother figure here for me and taught me things that I didn't know being from Baltimore. And she just guided me to be a better woman. So shout out to you, Crystal, because you help. Girl, you help. So she just gave me everything. Anything that she needed or went through, she was like, I'm going to tell you, you got this going on. This is why it's going on. Change your people, change your environment, change this, change that. And so she was a mom, best friend, sister that I needed.
I would probably have to say something about my best friend. We met when we were both in the 6th grade, and we met in church, of course. But the thing that I love about my best friend is that her household was so much different than mine. So I always enjoyed like going over there, just seeing the different side of things and just seeing how her family was and how together they was. Her name Victoria. Yeah. And she just always been a friend, even from a young age, that knew how to pray, and she always got me into praying. So, and that's just something that she comes from. So I just really appreciate having a friend like that in my corner at such a young age, because a lot of things that I was shown or that I would do based off of certain things I was shown, like she was that friend that always corrected me. So, yeah.
Shout out to the best friend, some more.
Yeah.
So I got two friends from a different mother and mister. You hear me? I got two that I got to shout out real fast. Big ups to my home, Skillet Biscuit. Kayla in the comments holding it down. I met her when I was at Towson, and we've been rocking ever since, man. Like, it's some people that you can say are just your friends for a moment, and people that has become family. That's my family right there. And then my guy Mason, I definitely got to shout him out. We've been friends since, how long were we friends?
Since 9th grade.
Dang, long time, right? So that's my guy. I mean, if he got a vision, I back it up. If I got a vision, he back it up. We just been rocking. Like, he'll tell me, yo, these niggas ain't right for you. You feel me? Like he'll tell me what's up. But he really, really a great guy. Just, you don't find friends like him often. So I'm really grateful. This nigga. I give people their flowers while they can smell them. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Wasn't expecting to get this much love on Woman Empowerment episode, but thank you.
Take a shot for you.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right. I was about to say, like y'all say, if y'all enjoying this, we could keep it going, because I got a bunch of questions that I can ask.
Okay.
All right. What was your worst job?
Oof. Walmart. Pregnant. Couldn't do it. Had to go. They was like, do this, do that, do that. No, gotta go. Gotta go.
Was it more so the pregnancy or the job?
It was a job. I was working overnights. They wanted me to pull out 50 pallets and pull stuff. I'm not pulling, and I'm 9 months pregnant. You lost your mind. You better get these guys who sit in the corner smoking weed to do it. But me, yeah. And they always think a woman's supposed to do more than a man because we always strong. And I'm tall. I'm 5'11", 200 now, but I was big. So it's like I'm already taller than half of the people, but I'm not doing a man's job. I can do it, but you're not going to push me to be a man when you got men here doing females' jobs. Like, it got to be a balance. So I got to go.
Yeah, and especially pregnant. Jeez.
Even though I had fun at this job, I have to say, like, my worst job was probably Hopkins. And it was just like the managers, sometimes when you have managers that look like us, it's not always the best thing, especially when they're women. I don't know what that is about, but yeah, I would just have to say that.
I'll take a shot to that.
Right. But why are we so bad? Why are we so bad when it comes to a job with another Black woman to another Black woman? Why are we the worst with each other?
Because we feel like it takes us so much to fight for the position we already have. We don't want to see anybody that may be, better on innovation or better in something that could make them look better.
But that's how you lose. You're supposed to connect with the people that might know more about.
Right.
Stupid ass.
I don't understand. Because teach me something, please.
Okay.
Then it's like they don't want to teach you nothing. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. Like the you go into like some of these jobs, the older people who has been there, they don't want to teach you anything, or they don't want you to know more than them. It's really weird. Like, are we not trying to set people up to have these jobs that we know we're probably not going to be in a few years anyway? Like, I just really don't get it.
Okay, Amor.
Where do I start? Where do I start?
Let's pick one out.
I'm all about chasing the bag. But you know what? It was a job. I stayed there for 2 days, and that's it. That's all I had in me. I couldn't take it. And they lucky they got those 2 days.
Was it Amazon?
Nah, it was Family Dollar, bro. It was ghetto as shit. I was like, I just can't do it. And I should have knew the day before I went there because it popped up on Citizen and said somebody was fighting in there. And I should have known. That was my warning sign right there. But you know what? I was like, yo, I'm gonna go get this easy money. Day 2, some things I saw. I said, I'm gonna leave and I ain't never coming back.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm. All right, now I need y'all to pick one family member and describe them.
Ooh. Okay, I'll say my Aunt Lisa. She's loving, she's caring, she's nurturing, anything you need, she can do it for you. And kids help, like she was just everything for us. Like to this day, if you call her, like, I need a hat made, she in the kitchen and there, like, all right, I'm cooking, but I'm gonna make this hat for you. Like, that's the type of mother and friend I want, hands down. Like, she was everything to us. Even though she had her own 3 kids, she was there for us. So I look up to that.
Shout out Auntie.
Okay.
Big ups to the aunties out here.
Vital part of the family, most times. I would probably have to say my brothers. I have one younger and I have one older. My younger brother, David, he is just, I should just say I'm proud of the path that he's been walking. It's just, as a young Black male, it's so easy to get so caught up in so much stuff out here. And I just appreciate the fact that he's just literally been keeping his head on straight and just doing what he know he should be doing. And my older brother, because I didn't meet him until later in life, and I always wanted older siblings because I got sick of being the oldest sibling. Yeah. But yeah, he's a very gentle giant, and we look alike. And we go back and forth like best friends, but he's my homie, so yeah.
Big up to the bros. Okay. All right, what was the question again?
Pick a family member and describe them.
Oh, yo, it's too many. All right, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna go with the auntie, right? My Aunt Chrissy. Big outs to Aunt Chrissy, who was like, yo, you talking about the podcast again? Yeah, big outs to Aunt Chrissy. Because my Aunt Chrissy, she a different breed, man. Like, when she says she's gonna do something, that's what it is, you know. And her and I only she became an aunt when she was 4. You feel me? But she really, after my grandmother passed, she really had became like the matriarch type of thing of the family, for real. Like, and she's still young, you know, still doing her thing, still just handling her business. So big ups to Aunt Chrissy, man.
Hey guys,
Aunt Chrissy.
Okay. And make sure everybody y'all shouting out, y'all tell them to subscribe to the podcast so they can see.
Oh, she did. I was hounding down. That's
Aunt Chrissy sound like somebody that be cooking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Tom, let me tell you something, right? I was on this like fast, right? And she made this buffalo chicken dip, bro. I broke my fast that day. That's all. For real, right. I told her it was the buffalo chicken dip because my uncle proposed to her, I think the day after or something like that. I said, yo, it was the buffalo chicken dip.
It's low carb, though. At least buffalo chicken dip is definitely low carb. So that's a plus. So what's
okay, next one is, and after this one, I'm gonna pause the game because we got another guest joining. They already let me know they was going to be joining. And of course, it's another beautiful thing. You feel me? So we're gonna keep it women empowered. No dudes getting on here today. You feel me? So all right. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna wait for it so that way we can add this question.
Again, y'all, I really do appreciate y'all tuning in the NewEra410 podcast. And to all the people that's watching, yo, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, that's crazy about you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, y'all.
Okay, subscribe to them. Y'all gonna see us again. We coming back. We got some more stuff to talk.
Yeah, and follow us on TikTok. We got TikTok, Instagram, everything. Everything you could think of, we on that. So make sure y'all tune into that. You never know. You might get some merch. You never know.
Mm-hmm. I like free stuff. Y'all like free stuff?
Free sounds good to me.
Okay. Especially in this climate, I'm sick of paying for stuff.
What? Real. When they say you had to pay to play, they wasn't mine.
Let me ask y'all a question while we waiting.
Okay.
When did you guys, well, I should say this is for the ladies. When did y'all know that y'all no longer played about yourselves? Like, when was the moment you knew that, that was it? Like, I ain't letting nobody else play with me. You got real serious about yourself. When was that moment? What made that moment happen for you?
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Mine's a little hard, so you got to go first.
Bet. Say less. All right, I'm gonna be real transparent with y'all real fast, right? I knew I ain't play with me. When my husband passed, my daughter was born. You feel me? Because he was my protector. So it was a thing where it was just like, all right, bet. Now I got to protect me and my daughter. So I can't allow people to play with me. You might think because I smile all the time, everything cool. But my grandma used to say, that smile, why do you smile so much? You could be planning to kill somebody. You just smiling. Absolutely. You're not supposed to let your left hand know what your right hand doing. So it's just a matter of like being able to show my daughter, like, you shouldn't play with you and I'm not going to play with me. So that was my time.
Be transparent too with it. I always myself, but it took me to be in a bad domestic violence relationship for me to realize you hit me once, I'm done. And I was like, I'm never going to let another person put me at the lowest ever again. I'm going to be high. I'm going to do right. But it took that for me to say, damn, I got a son. And he just seen that. I don't want to never give him that trauma that I had. So it was that one moment I was like, it clicked. And I ain't never been in that situation ever again.
Thank you for sharing that, Lily.
Yeah, domestic violence is never a okay thing.
Ever.
So Mason, same question for you, my boy. When did you stop playing about yourself?
Once I had a daughter, to be honest. I mean, I never really was the type of person that really like, I mean, I guess at a certain point in time, I did like take myself more serious, but I kind of always was that person that like, I always was different. I always was the person that stuck out. You feel me? I never really tried to go with the wave. I'm the wave going like this. I'm over here like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always been that type of person.
Erica.
Was good. All right, you gonna have to move to a quiet.
Mute your mic, baby.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
And Kayla said definitely after she was healed from her divorce is when she stopped playing with herself.
So why can't I? I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all mute me real quick?
Brian, you're gonna have to mute
it. I think for me, I stopped playing with myself when the person I was dating and had been dating for well over 2 years told me that they wish I was normal.
Bro.
And I couldn't comprehend that because I'm just like, well, what does it mean to be normal? Like, I couldn't comprehend it. And it's just like, oh, okay, like, I'm going to give you normal. Like, so I gave her what I felt like my version of normal was. And that's where I left it.
So peep game, right? And I'm in my mind, I'm doing like this because somebody told me I was too different, bro. Yes. So what the fuck is that?
No, for real. Like, what is it? Like, I that just took my mind to a different level because I'm really like, what is normal? And it's weird because, okay, yeah, everybody has like their different perspectives, but bitch, normal? Like, what does that even mean?
Like, that wasn't what attracted you to me in the first place. Normalcy. What the hell?
But I mean, when people want the same, you give them what the normal people would give, okay? So I'm going to give you what I felt like my version of normal was. So
I'm scared to ask what it was.
All right, so if y'all ready, we can jump back into the segment. Erica, is your background quiet? Because we waited for you so you can actually join this game. So you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm quiet now.
Gotcha.
So
Amor, you want to give her a little quick...
I got one more question because it's a backup after what was just asked.
Go ahead, that's fine.
What's revenge to y'all? Like, are y'all revengeful?
As far as like getting your lick back in a relationship or just period?
Just period.
I used to be when I was younger, but I don't do it no more because it's like you're going to either to keep going, or like the karma that come back, or like I don't even want to even use all that energy into the revenge thing. I just leave you where you at if I feel like I'm gotta get revenge from somebody or something like that, because you're gonna keep going, a little tit for tat, going back and forth. I don't have time for it now. But back then, okay, I did that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Karma been working quick time. Karma been working quick time. You ain't gotta do anything. Just keep being the person you are.
Yeah.
It'd be hard though. You be like, but you can, karma be working quick time, bro. Yeah, karma got that. Don't even worry about it.
And I had to learn that, like, that karma stuff is real. Like, I really had to learn, like, just let karma deal with it. Because if not, it's just gonna be the karma come back to you for real.
You don't know, but some of your growth try and do karma stuff. I will say, like, I'm not a tit for tat or a karma, like, I'm not a revengeful person. However, it takes me a lot to feel certain things and to even get to a certain point to even want to do something bad. So if it ever gets there, you had to do something that was just like, but my revenge is never like, it ain't spiteful. I'm just going to hit you where it hurt in a way that you never see it coming. Like, it's weird. My revenge is very structured, and I don't like that about me.
That's that Pisces, bro.
Yeah, it's that Pisces.
Yeah.
Once you get on that bad side, ain't no turning back.
That's the same thing for Aquarius. You get on my bad side, we out the door.
Because I'm going to let you stay on my good side, even while you're doing sleeping shit for a long time before I even take it there. So definitely.
Yeah.
Look, we got to come. Please stop playing with myself when I lost both my parents. Somebody said that in the comments. Natalia. I hope I said your name right. Sorry.
I'd like to stop playing with herself because she only felt like she had her at that point.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, let's go to this next segment, my boy.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I am revengeful. I'm not gonna sit here and play the fat 50 like I'm not revengeful, but I'm gonna give y'all an example of my type of revenge because, like, I feel like morally it's not wrong. You feel me? So I had a homeboy that we was real close, grew up together. You'll wind up trading on me and all that type of stuff, right? But it happened right before I left Baltimore. I'm about to get a billboard in Baltimore to piss this nigga off. That's the type of revenge I am. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You're going to have to see my face every day in the city that you live in, that we from. And that's going to piss you off. Like, but I don't let stuff slide, bro. I just don't, I don't react right away. I figure out what can I do to like make you regret what you did to me without it being something that's going lessen my character. So I just wanted to give y'all that example because I ain't want y'all to be like that. He said he's revengeful and he going, but I do stuff like that. But I'm such a giver and I'm so nice that it take a long time for me to even get to that point.
Them nice people watch. I don't care what you say. Them nice people you gotta watch. You gotta watch.
What you mean?
Because
what
we
you mean?
so
like
much.
No, listen, bro. Listen.
Muster up all the energy we got to finally get back.
Yeah.
I gotta get my
leg back.
Okay.
All right, so y'all ready for this segment? So you feel what we've been doing? We got a segment that's called Get to Know You Better. So we've been asking quick little questions, and you try to come up with a quick little response and give a little detail behind it. So they already been in. It's not gonna be nothing that's crazy. It ain't gonna be nothing that's crazy, just stuff that help us get to know you better. So
oh man, yeah.
You ain't even got to think too much into it, for real.
Yeah, so we're gonna stay with our same. We're gonna stay with our same.
Okay.
We're gonna stay with our same order. So you will go after Amore, E.
Okay.
So the next one that we're gonna ask is the last question we asked was, what was your worst job? Do you want to like piggyback on that?
My worst job? I worked at the supermarket as a cashier, boy, when they had Mars on Northern Parkway in Baltimore. Oh no, it was the worst. They had us first off, we was bagging in brown paper bags before brown paper bags was a thing. Like real I hate this lady. Oh my God, y'all got me started. This lady came, she had the food stamps, right? So she had 2 carts worth of like a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, they was full, like the stuff was falling over. And she get up there, I had to bag all this stuff up just for her food stamp card not to be, like, they wasn't even on there, y'all. I was so mad. I wanted to quit that day, but I was trying to be responsible. I would never do that again. Like, I would never. I couldn't. But yeah, that was like my worst job ever. Like, fuck.
Gotcha.
We understand.
All right,
that job.
So the next one we're going to jump into is, what makes you laugh?
Everything. To me, it's everything. I'm a goofy person. You can be like, girl, I look crazy. You do, girl, you do. I'm going to make you laugh. It's just a nature of me. It's just a nature. Laugh brings happiness. So even if it's something messed up, I'm going to joke about it so you can smile and forget about it.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm the same. Like, I used to be a real serious person at first. Now it's just like, I laugh at everything. My wife laugh at everything. And she don't make it no better. It's like we don't make it better for each other. Like, and being parents is kind of like, grow up. That's it. Just like grow up. But yeah, I feel like being able to have a lighter side makes life more enjoyable. So
Yo, somebody else laughing can make me laugh. I ain't gonna hold you. And then listen, y'all. And maybe I'm terrible for this, but don't let me and my cousins be at a funeral beside each other, bro.
Oh, we the worst. I understand. We was at my own grandmother's funeral cutting up. Y'all know we the family, so we in the front cutting up.
And then don't let the singing be horrible, bro. Because we definitely laughing.
Oh, the singing? Oh, I'm gonna hit you with the
I have been at funerals where the lady was like, hold up, I didn't do that too good, and started a whole song.
Oh my God, I'd have been dead. Y'all would have got put out.
I said, somebody call March Funeral Home because I'm dead out this ball.
Okay.
So you next.
I definitely laugh at everything. Like, I'm just like more like I laugh at. I don't take nothing serious. That's my problem. I have a problem. Like you said, at a funeral. Matter of fact, I was at one of my homeboys had passed, and these girls got up there. I guess they was his friends and tried to sing "His Eyes Was on a Sparrow." I was crying. Like, I was laughing so hard. I had to walk outside and get myself together and then come back in because it was terrible. Like, y'all know better than that. Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, I'm going to laugh. I laugh at everything and anything. I went to a Catholic church one time. They got this singing at home. I started laughing. I got in trouble. I really laugh at everything. Like, yeah.
Brian, what make you laugh?
What makes me laugh? It's so hard to name. It's so hard. It's so hard to name specific things because just like y'all said, I'm super goofy, but I'm always used to being a person that make everybody laugh. So I'll be laughing at the fact that I made them laugh and they laughing so hard. And like you said, laughs make other people laugh. So yeah, like that be making me laugh. The next question is, at your age right now, what would you tell your younger self?
Ooh. Be yourself. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't shine. And if they're not on your level, leave them.
Shout out to my parents for always letting me know that I was like a leader and definitely ordinary. So I've always had that part of that confidence. But I would definitely tell my younger self to, I would tell her that a lot of things were not her fault, and that it's okay to not know how to fix issues that were made for you and not by you. So yeah, definitely.
You can go before me. Go ahead.
I would definitely tell my younger self to always keep pushing, to put you first. To really not put everybody else in front of you, like me. Yeah. Because a lot of the times I would just do what everybody, to make everybody else happy, and I wouldn't be happy. So yeah, I would definitely tell myself that. Make sure you're happy first.
All right. It's me now, huh? All right. So actually, what I do tell my younger self, which is my daughter, right? I tell her, I love you. And I show her I love her. And I tell her, don't accept anything less, not even from me as her parent. And to really hold people to a standard, no matter who they are, no matter what type of title they have, because when people have titles in your life, they start to feel entitled. So really just hold on to who God made you, not who people expect you to be.
Okay. All right, so I want to ask y'all this question. And
hold up, bro. Go back to your childhood self.
Don't try to fly past that like you had to answer that question. What are you talking? Excuse me.
I didn't know I was permanently in. I thought it was just for that one question. I'm sorry.
He's a slide.
Stop. Wait. That question. Yeah.
I would tell my younger self that it's not my fault that my brother got killed. That's something I carried on myself for a long time. I always felt like, you know how older brothers and younger brothers, or even older sisters and younger brothers, y'all get into them arguments. I didn't know that was going to be our last argument. And it really wasn't he wasn't really mad at me, but I was mad being a little brother because he told me to do something. And I was like, you're my father. Don't tell me what to do. You better ask me. I got stuff to do. He told me to watch his kids. So I was like, bro, I got stuff to do. Whole time I could have watched his kids, but that same night he wound up going somewhere else because he wanted me to wash his clothes. Well, he said, little nigga, wash the kids. You feel me? Wash their clothes for him and wash my clothes too. Ain't nobody going for that as a little brother or little sister. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, all right, stop playing with me. And it ain't like I'm 10, 11. I'm a teenager, up in the teens. So I really just felt like, dang, if I'd have just humbled myself and just washed the clothes or washed the kids, he'd still be here to this day. So I would tell my younger self that it's not your fault, because I felt like it was my fault since he passed away. You feel me?
It's crazy, Brian. I actually saw you wear that. So it's just crazy to hear you talk about that now.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
When I say this is therapy, my boy. Right. Damn, I need it. Damn, this power ain't doing it.
The next topic, I want y'all to tell me an embarrassing moment that probably didn't seem embarrassing back then, but you can bust out laughing about it now. Y'all want me to spark it off?
Please.
Yeah. Bro, I had a moment in elementary school where I will never forget, bro. And it's crazy that I'm literally about to tell this while we streaming live and everything. But therapy, man, transparency. Y'all not gonna be as transparent if the host don't be transparent himself. So we used to walk home from school. It was a group of us. It was this girl. I don't remember her name, but she finally talked to me. And it was the worst time to talk to me. I went to school and I didn't take lunch, so I had to eat the school lunch. They had chili and beans that day. So I had to eat it or I was going to be hungry. So my teachers, I was so bad, bro, that my teachers would not let me go to the bathroom because I would not come back to class. I just was bad in elementary. I don't know why. So it was to the point where like she stood at the door and would not let me go. And I'm like, I gotta go bad, please. Like, I really gotta go. She would not let me go. So we finally get out of school. I run to my locker. I try to go to the bathroom. They lock the bathroom doors, y'all. I'm sick. So I'm like, mind you, I gotta walk home. So it's probably like a good 10, 12 blocks to get home. So I'm walking or whatever like that. And every time I walk, I just stop because I'm like, oh no, oh my goodness, it's about to happen. And I'm just like, no. So then I would just like, maybe if I like pass gas, it'll make my stomach feel better. So soon as you feel me, I'm walking and I see the girl that I had a crush on. I literally was like, oh snap, I gotta do something to make my stomach feel better. She finally about to talk to me. Bro, I straight pooped on myself. Not no short. Pooped on myself, bro. In front of this girl and all of that. And y'all want to know the craziest part? Please. The craziest part is she felt so bad. She called her peoples. They came and picked me up, you feel me? Shitty and all, and dropped me off to my parents' house. And she wound up being one of my cool friends after that. She ain't want to talk to me no more, clearly, but you feel me? That was the most embarrassing.
Hey, yo, please.
Oh gosh, I'm crying. I can't with you. Oh shoot. I think middle school. I was in 5th grade. And my father raised me. He didn't know I had my period. And it's the day I wore some jeans. And I sat and I'm like, okay, I don't know why my stomach bubbling because it's my first time having my period. And I got up and everything was red. And I'm walking the halls thinking I'm cute. And the guys was like, you Bloody Mary. And I ran into the bathroom, never come out to my room.
That's messed up.
Yo, kids are so cool.
Not Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Dang. And this is my first period. Nobody was having a period in 5th grade but me. I'm in the 5th grade. Nobody had but me. So they was like, oh, you sexually act. No, I didn't know what it was. And you Bloody Mary. And it was names. I didn't get rid of that name. So I went to high school.
Dang.
Ooh. How you gonna top that, Kara? How you gonna top these two stories, yo?
Shoot, I might as well just give it to y'all straight. Ooh. I know that'd be one of the most embarrassing things because like it always comes to my mind first when somebody asks something like this. So our generation, we always was outside. Whole block was outside when we outside back in our day. So it's a summer night, and my mother told me to wash this pan, and I'm just like, I want to because it was just like we all outside, everybody outside. We done been outside for a long time. Anyway, so I'm just like, I guess I ain't moved fast enough for her. So I finally went upstairs and did what I was supposed to do. However, it was like one of them flying roaches. And I was so terrified. So I'm trying to come outside to tell her, but she think, how y'all mother just think you're trying not to do what she told you to do. But I'm being so serious. Like, I'm just like, Mom, no, like, I'm really scared. Like, can you come get it? Like, so next thing I know, my aunt, she just come and she did something to me, but to the point, like, it was just so bad that I peed on myself outside in front of everybody. And then they was all yelling at me. So all my friends was just like right there, just looking. I was just like, embarrassing. All because nobody wanted to believe that it was really one of them fucking big ass flying roaches trying to attack me. Like, but it was all good. At that point, I never washed dishes in the dark ever again. Like during the day was the only time they was gonna get done. Okay.
Go ahead, E, because I don't know.
You keep trying to make everybody go before you.
Yo, I really don't know. Yo, I think the embarrassing moments I tried to forget. So yeah.
Oh, you
definitely.
You ain't
No,
forget them
seriously.
no matter how hard you try. You ain't forget
I
'em.
had a couple of them. The only two that really came to me was, y'all remember back in the day where you had the little spiked ponytails, you put the little ponytail on? Yeah, so I was outside with all my friends. We in the middle street dancing. I think I was either doing a something, my ponytail flew off. So I was stuck with that little nose.
He was outside.
And I like ran and hid behind the car. Everybody left. Like that was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Like everybody was talking about me. It was a mess. But I mean, I had hair underneath, but still, like the whole ponytail was just in the middle of the street, sitting there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
More you don't get no more passes, so don't ask
Nah,
me.
yo, I'm about to do this. And this wasn't when I was younger shit. This was recent, right? Boom. You know we old as shit and can't be following this shit, bro. I swear. I was going down my aunt's steps. And the dude I was talking to was behind me, bro. When I say I had the slippery earls on, next thing I knew, my feet was up, but my plate was still in my hand, bro. I wasn't dropping the plate. And this nigga just standing there looking like, I don't know what to do. My motherfucking back was hurting like a bitch. Back was hurting. I was like, what
Now
did
she felt like the people from Up for Home Alone when he was trapped with them.
Real talk though, but I had my plate though.
And you ate it.
That food ain't hitting the floor.
Drop that cup though. Okay, we saw it.
Yeah.
And let me ask y'all something. Do it feel like it's been 2 hours?
No.
It's
What
been
time is
2
real?
The show was over in 3 minutes. But if y'all are still free, and if my co-host is up to it, we can extend it to 9 o'clock instead of 8:30 like we usually do. It's really up to y'all though.
I'm down.
I'm not no problem.
Yeah, hey, and you know I kept that plate up, my boy.
Yeah, so can we take our time right now? You feel me to read the comments more? I know they're
Let's go. All right, yeah. I hope I'm saying this person's name right. Natalia. Okay, did I say that?
Yeah, you said it right.
All right, that's a bet. So Natalia said, you got me crying. And Kayla said, oh my God, man, I had on white pants when I first came on. I was so embarrassed. Kayla said, because I asked them, what's y'all most embarrassing moments? Kayla said, mine X-rated and I'm taking it to the grave.
Kayla.
Kayla, you got to spill the beans, my boy. You can't.
I think I got an idea, but I don't know if I'm gonna be right or not.
Right.
I think
yeah. So
never mind.
You got stuff popping in my head now.
They say, oh, hold up.
You know how they be, people might be sexually active, they be farting and stuff.
Right.
That's embarrassing. You getting it. One
The man just happened.
Right. You look back at it.
You like, oh.
You said, what was that? Oh, nothing.
I said, no, that was a queef. That was a queef. Then what's that smell?
I can't. Like, your dirty ass farted. Nah, nigga.
Messed the whole mood of it. Yo, I know you ain't just do that.
That be the line. I know you ain't just do that.
All right, so we're gonna jump back into the segment, y'all. We're gonna keep our same order. Once again, I'd like to thank all y'all for joining this episode. And as you can see here for the first time, this is how all our Sundays are. It feel good. You get to say how you want. You get to be yourself, talk about things that you might inquire how other people feel. So this is what we do every Sunday. This is actually the smallest episode we had so far.
Because last week he had the whole Million Man March on here.
Okay.
All right, so this next one is, tell us about the worst date you ever been on.
Ooh, the worst date I ever been on, it was at the restaurant, but the place was like $200. And He was like, yo, I'm not feeling good. I'm going to the bathroom. And he left. And he ain't paid a bill. And the bill was like $400. And it wasn't my food. It was his. Because my plate was only like $50. And he was ordering stuff. I'm like, oh, he got money. He ordering, okay. And he didn't. And he left me with the bill.
Oh my God.
That man said, City Boys.
City Boys up one.
Yeah, City Boys. And this is in 2009. So you can imagine I was heated.
So yo, what Lily? What did you do, bro?
I had no choice but to pay it. So I was like, I can pay for mine because I don't know where he went here in the bathroom. And she was like, ma'am, you gotta pay the whole bill. We looked in the bathroom, he ain't there. We saw him leave. So
I would feel like, well, that's your notification that you already know that I ain't have all this food, man. You heard what I ordered, and so I'm paying for what I ordered.
Yeah, but North Carolina, yeah, they was just like, you can have to pay this bill. I paid it, but I got my money back. Just know I found them. Thank you, brothers. I got it back though.
Okay. And y'all, look, going back to the comments, Kayla said it's worse.
So it's worse. E is worse.
Okay, so we don't know what you look like. So at this point, you just got to talk up.
Yes, just tell us. We don't know you for real.
No.
Just tell us.
There's only one thing worse than that,
That's
bro.
crazy.
It's only one thing worse than that.
Yo, FaceTime me right now, or FaceTime me right now, bro, because I need to know what the hell this is.
Please.
Only thing worse
She's taking it to the grave, y'all.
Right now,
what taking it to the grave?
Fucking, or she must have, while it was.
Oh,
she must have shit it and threw up at the same time.
Hey, God, that's the only thing that's worse. I mean, she said worse. I mean, it's either you gonna come and tell us what it really is, or we're gonna carry your narrative for you.
Yo, I'm waiting for the car, bro. I'm waiting for the car. But yeah, just go ahead.
Who next? You gonna skip yourself again or more and go to E?
It ain't even my turn yet.
I mean, I'll go. It like if we was just talking about farting, right? So I'm on a date. We go to the movies. It's quiet. This nigga cutting up, not saying excuse me. It was just the whole thing was just bad. It was so bad. Look, like I'm in the movies, like what the fuck is that smell? Like this nigga over here really cutting cheese. Like he cutting. Yo, when I tell you, then he was burnt. It was just like one of them nasty looking at him. Like I will never come back with another date with you. Like it was one of them times. It was real bad. Yeah, guys, real bad. Like real bad, girl. Like it wasn't nothing sexy or cute about it. It was just nasty.
Sorry, I skipped you, Kara. I don't know why I thought you went. I'm sorry. You can go ahead.
Wait, what was the question?
What's the worst date you ever been on?
All right, the worst date. I was still thinking about Kayla in my head. I mean, I'm just still waiting for baby girl to come. I know.
They go crazy.
She said worse. She said worse. What we said again.
Yo says she pee. Yo said worse.
I know your mother and them ain't kept like if your mother and them caught you walking in the room while you doing. Everybody done been through that.
Oh, right, said that ain't too bad.
So what was you threw up on the man when you was got 5,000? Like I'm just trying like.
They said in the comments shit on them.
I said that like that. I said that. We said that. Yeah, like that's crazy. That's all I think of. Y'all, my mind over here going down. They must have
got stuck together and had to go to the emergency room to get unstuck.
Or you know, some people be putting them. I didn't see some wild videos, boy, where they got some toy stuck up in somewhere. They go to the emergency room so they can open up and get it out. God. Yeah, like that's crazy. I don't know.
Kayla, you gotta tell us now, cause like you on here looking crazy, sis. And if that's, I mean, if you all right with that, then we all right with it.
Yeah,
it's a safe space. But we go ahead, Carrie, if you got one.
Worst date. I don't think I ever been on a bad date, honestly. But I'll probably have to say a bad birthday date, I guess, trip. Basically, I just feel I'm a person who like birthdays is a big thing to me. So when it's your birthday, I'm going all out. But like the last birthday I spent with my ex, home skillet ain't do nothing. Like, oh, Kayla calling y'all. But home skillet ain't do nothing. That kind of made me feel some type of way. And I think that was like my last straw with Shorty, because it was just like, you ain't giving me what I'm giving. But yeah, that was whack as fuck. Like, she had the nerve to buy me a purse and a jean skirt and these little yellow dots from Old Navy. Like, baby, we on the whole trip out of the state that we live in. Like, it was, yeah. That probably had to be the worst thing for me.
All right, as we letting Kayla speak? Is
Yo,
Kayla
I'm not ready to go.
Yeah,
Please.
can y'all hear her? Can y'all hear her?
Here.
Kayla, you ready, Shawty?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Just say that shit with a straight face. Okay, so Nina's D was trying anal.
Oh my God.
And he was going a little too ham. He was trying to treat it like the pussy. And I shit on her.
I knew it. I knew it.
Man, I just shitted on him.
Yeah.
I just laid there like, because at first we didn't realize what happened.
We can't hear what's being said.
What? Cool about it. And he still talked to me after that. I'm like, yo, you nasty, because I wouldn't have talked to me after that. That's fucking disgusting.
It
Just
happened.
went and got a shower, and that was the end of that. I sent him home because I was embarrassed.
He was cool with it. She was embarrassed.
He probably really is nasty like that to be
He
keep
probably
going.
really is. Big
Yeah, that's
nasty.
one of them. You know, yeah,
That shit scarred me for life.
She said it's scarred her for life, y'all.
Nope.
So it looked like
Yo.
NewEra410 got the exclusive, bro.
Yo, as a guy, bro, I'm gonna let you know without getting too deep in the details. You feel me? I'd have threw up all over you. All over you.
You heard what Mason said, Dane?
No, I can't hear it since being on the phone.
He said he'd have threw up all over your ass.
Man, what? I should have threw up too.
That was crazy.
All right, so we got more.
Team seemed like though. He took one definitely for the team.
You sure did.
Shout out to Kayla for jumping on the call, man, giving her story, man. We
Because
appreciate it.
let me find out we about to open up the call lines and shit. You're man.
So,
all right, I'm sorry, y'all. That kind of threw me off. Yo, what was the question again, bro?
Your worst date.
Your worst date.
My worst date for real? I don't know, because I don't let people take me out like that for real. I ain't gonna hold you, but I think my worst date, and it wasn't like it was because I took an edible for real, like, and I was just and anybody that know me know I really don't smoke or nothing. But I took an edible, went out on a date, you feel me? And it was like this waitress asked me a question, bro. And then it was just like that shit kicked in, and I was like, why is she talking to me? Why is she? And I asked the guy I was on a date with, like, yo, why the fuck is she talking to me? Like, and he was like, yo, you was so loud, yo. I was like, but I don't understand why she was talking to me. I mean, whatever. I didn't understand shit. I'm trying to eat my food. Lady, leave me alone. But you know, I guess that was the worst. But he took me on another date, so I guess it wasn't so bad.
Right. Okay, second date. Period.
Okay.
On the Eddie. Okay.
You got one.
You showed your true, authentic self. That was all.
That's it. I be masking that shit so much, yo. That's why I like the edibles.
You can't hide.
Can't hide shit.
Oh, he already told her. So what is me?
Yes, Lord.
Yo, I went on a date and I had to pay for everything.
Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
yo.
Like, no, I'm joking. My worst date, you feel me? This girl tried to take me on a picnic, but we was young. We like early teenagers, you feel me? So we don't got jobs. We don't got money. So she wound up getting a bunch of stuff out of her mom's refrigerator. You feel me? You know, it sounds sweet. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But the thing is, she was living a whole different savage life than me. So the things that she ate that she thought was normal, I would never in my life eat. You feel me? So, you know, you would think like when you go to a picnic, you're gonna have some fruit. You get what I'm saying? She had sunflower seeds in a cup. That was one. She had sunflower seeds in a cup. Right? Then next thing you know, you feel me? Don't y'all know like when you make potato salad and how you got like the chunks of potato in it? It wasn't no potatoes in this potato salad, but it looked like potato salad. So of course I ain't touched that, you feel me? And she had that in the cup as well. I'm not sure if they ain't washed dishes prior. Now they had dishes prior to that, but you feel me? Yeah, everything was in cups, you know, paper cups at that, you feel me? But she did have a little saran wrap on the top, so I'll give her that, you feel me? Oh, the entree though, the entree. Don't forget the sandwiches. You know, if I go to a picnic, if I take my girl to a picnic, we're gonna have probably like some buffalo chicken lunch meat, you feel me? Some lettuce, all that. We had syrup sandwiches, y'all. Syrup sandwiches. And she toasted them.
Hold up. What was the beverage? Sugar water?
Beverage?
Was no beverage?
What beverage? It wasn't no drinks.
Okay.
It wasn't no drinks. You feel me? Like, and mind you, you feel me? The sandwiches was sliced up. And guess what they was in, y'all? Cups.
They ain't had no Tupperware, bro.
Then this girl had a nerve to tell me, I still thugged it out. You feel me? Like, I still thugged it out. Because, you know me, I'm one of the people, it's the effort for me. You feel me? I'm an effort person. Like, you made the effort and all that. And then the next day, you feel me? She told me she didn't want to talk to me no more. And I was like, why? Like, you feel me? What? Like, what I do? You feel me?
Like
she was like, you don't know how to treat a woman. You feel me? I'm like, what you mean? She like, bro, I just got you a gourmet picnic and put you a picnic together, and all you could say was just thank you. Like, I really took my time. You feel me? We ate good. You feel me? Like she really was going in like we went to Fogo de Chao or something, like, or we went to Kobe's. Like, so
why do we all have our mouth open? Like, no, this girl didn't.
Like, what? Are you? How to be going? You should have went in on her like, girl.
But
you say gourmet, bitch. This is a cup-a-thon.
No potatoes in a potato salad,
bro.
So,
it was the smoothest
potatoes and sour cream.
I don't even know if it was potato salad. It just looked like it. So I'm just assuming that's what it was. But yeah, man, she tried though. She tried.
Syrup sandwiches, bro.
You probably wasn't even king syrup. That was a Miss Worthy.
And they was toasted, bro. The bread was toasted.
It took her time for you.
She took
Natalia said, where you find that girl from? Latrobe?
East Baltimore. That's where I felt that. That's what East Baltimore.
That's making it look real bad. Oh man.
Y'all know I rep the East. Come on now. You know, I'm Northeast. You
damn, girl, that's all you had to offer, some sunflower seeds, some seeds.
Yeah, she did some Cherry Hill. Fuck that East Side shit.
Toasted.
Right. She just moved over east. That wasn't.
And
Nettie said, "Shorty left you parched with a syrup sandwich."
No beverage. No beverage. I guess because she
no liquid.
The liquid was the syrup. That was the closest thing he was gonna get.
But it's toasted.
In this cup.
That's so the bread won't be soggy. That's so the bread won't be soggy. Hey, yo.
Forget about it, bro.
Oh,
I flip that shit over.
You said the cup-a-thon.
All right, we're gonna go to the next one. This is supposed to be women empowerment, not y'all be finding out all my embarrassing moments.
You gotta join the club.
Right.
And we're empowering you through your embarrassing moments. There you go.
Hey.
And I had to step up some of the fellas on here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me take a sip with my pinky up.
Try with my pinky up.
All right, so we're gonna get a little deep, you feel me? We're gonna get a little deep with this one. And no skips this time.
Dang.
Name one of your biggest fears.
I can go first.
Go ahead.
Yo, one of my biggest fears is leaving my daughter by herself, like passing and not being here for my daughter. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah. I'll put the same on that. My son leaving before I leave.
Failing.
Yeah.
And kids. But failing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kira. My bad. I'm being rude.
Because I'm still thinking. Take all the time y'all need. I would have to say failing too, but I would also probably have to say like leaving this earth without making any type of impact. People think impacts have to be so big, but small impacts are still impacts. You know what you do for people, so it's like just making sure that I was, I did something that meant something to others.
I feel you on that.
My biggest fear is not leaving generational wealth behind once I leave. Like that's like my biggest goal in life. I don't want my kids to have to like struggle and look for jobs like how we had to do and find different hustles and all that. I want them to live a life that we all wanted to live, but we unfortunately wasn't put in them positions. But that's my biggest fear, to not leave behind generational wealth for my kids.
Thanks.
Amor, can you jump on these comments before we go to the next one? Because they is going crazy.
Yo, Kayla back again.
Her worst date,
Kayla is back again with the worst date. She said, motherfucker took me to damn Buster's. I went to order a drink. Yo told me, nah, you getting water. I'm thinking yo was joking, so I laughed and kept ordering. He's like, nah. The waitress looking like, what the fuck? It's hella awkward at this point. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with the flow. I go to order my food. Yo say, nah, that's too expensive. Mind you, it was like $19. I wanted dip so bad. I was blown.
I'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Well, I'd have just walked out like, you know what? No, thank you.
No, I'm paying for my own food.
Hey, look, girl, where these men be coming from, sis? Because that's crazy.
Yo, Kayla, these niggas don't even want to feed you, bro. They don't want to feed you. What is going on?
What part of town you from? What part of town Kayla from?
Kayla is not from Baltimore, bro. She's from Philly.
Oh, well, that's
she from Philly, but she lives in Baltimore. You feel me? Like she been in Baltimore for a hot minute.
Philly,
they different.
Young Philly boys.
That's all I'm saying.
She got it with for these Baltimore people. Yo said I went in the house and blocked. Yo, he's the reason I'll never go on a date without money or ride.
Okay. No, for real.
You learned your lesson.
So, ladies and gents, if you go on a date, make sure you got your own moolah or you got your money for a lift. You hear me? It's crazy out here.
All right, so the next one I'm gonna ask y'all. Name an item that y'all had the longest. Like, for example, like some people might still have their baby blanket, things like that.
I got this right here. My keyboard. My father gave this to me when I was like 15. Still got it. Probably because it's like probably one of the only things he gave me. But yeah, I still got it.
Shout out Pops, only gift. You know what I mean?
I don't have anything because I lost a lot of things when I moved here. So I couldn't keep nothing from Baltimore. I wish I did though, but I don't have nothing.
You got your life.
That I've had the longest is probably cards. I save cards from like every time, like just when people give them to me. So I have every card that I've ever been given at least since I was the age of 14.
Ooh, that's good.
Where you keep them?
The big thing. Like, don't you know, like those little bins? How can I say? It's like a little bin. You got little things that pop open on the side.
Little snappers. Okay. Bad. Nice.
Oh, it's just me. Damn.
No, the ego.
E.
All quiet over there. You acting like me right now.
Cause I lose a lot of stuff too. Like I'm like leave me for real. Like matter of fact, the only thing I think my grandmother's ring. Yeah, I've had that for a long time. That's the only thing I haven't lost.
Because you know you're gonna mine.
Yes,
yeah.
Especially losing grandma's ring for sure. Bro, there's a couple of y'all on here that know my parents, but I don't know if y'all. My mother don't throw nothing away. My father just was in the attic the other day. He gonna say, "Bro, guess what?" I said, "What?" Why your mother still got drawers up here from you use a little? I said, what? He was like, call me on the video. He showed me the drawers was this size. I was like, what is wrong with y'all? He like, I had to come up here and throw some of this stuff away, man. Your mother is terrible. Yo, I still got clothes from when I was a baby. Like my mom saved my hair from my first haircut.
Oh,
Feel me? Like she don't throw stuff away. So I guess that's what I can say.
Look, we got Kayla said it again, right? She loved people that save cards. She'd be mad as fuck when people throw her cards away.
right.
Like I stood in the store for 10 minutes looking at these different cards.
Trying to search through these cards for you. Everyone to make sure it meant something to you. You gonna keep that card.
Real.
Yeah.
For real.
And cards ain't cheap. You gonna say that?
Okay. And 49 cents.
Okay. Because it's always a
So while we got 9 minutes left, we got two topics left. You feel me? The first one is going to be, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Ooh, the best I had, it was be myself. Even though somebody might not accept it, not love it, still be yourself, because some people were going to love it and appreciate you. So never not be yourself. And I took that to heat and live it. Excuse me. And I live by it every day. Be myself. You love it or don't, I'm still going to be myself.
Go ahead, E.
Y'all is crazy.
She filled in the blank now.
I said,
It's like, I don't know. Let me think. It's a lot of them. Why I gotta go? It's my turn.
No, you got summons because the next person ain't know.
I'm still thinking like, I'm at that agree legally. Be yourself. Like I yeah. Let the skin you're in.
for real.
I would probably have to say that I'm not, I don't have to be a product of my environment. Like that is just a big boast of every time you feel yourself feeling like you have to take something or feeling like you don't have a way out of something. Know that like you can be so much better than that. Like you're not what, you feel like you were given. Like you can be so much more better than that.
More.
Right now, y'all doing too much. Now we not ready.
I'm bad, y'all. No, I'm reading these comments too. My bad. Surely. I'm trying to think. Read comment. All right, bet. The best advice you said I was ever given. Best advice I was ever given. Best advice I was ever given is, well, I think I gave that advice. Hold up. Hold up. Best advice I was ever given, and this came from my late husband for real, is oh my gosh, what the hell did that child say to me? He said to me, you gotta do what you gotta do now because tomorrow isn't promised.
Ooh.
He reiterated that to me. So yeah.
He's preparing you.
Girl, you never be prepared for that shit. You're good gosh.
The best advice that I got was, and I'm being genuine, y'all. Y'all gonna laugh because y'all goofy just like me, but I'm gonna say it exactly how my brother said it to me. Nobody don't care about you trying. Nobody care about you whining. You feel me? Only people that's gonna care is them kids looking at you. So what you gonna do? That was my brother. He always kept it real, and he always was like extra dramatic, just like me, you feel me? But he used to always tell me like, bro, nobody cares, yo. Like, you can sit here and complain, you can say this, nobody cares. He was like, you see that little baby over there? Do you think that little baby is worrying about, you feel me, if you don't got the money this month, or you didn't do this, or you didn't? They don't care, bro, you feel me? Like, do whatever you can do.
Even in the comments, they saying what their advice was, you feel me? You got Kayla said, you teach people how to treat you. It took her 2 years to understand what what that meant. She never understood that the power lied within herself and not the other way around. Natalia said, even going back to the childhood things that she has a lot of her childhood books and clothes. She even has her mother's childhood tea set that was given to her. And Green came with the best advice he was given was, you are what you think you are in your mind.
Love it. And with our last couple minutes on the episode, I would like y'all to give us a little feedback on how y'all feel, or how y'all felt in the beginning of the episode, how you feel now, and if you're willing to come back and just the experience. We can start with you, Kara, since you the newest one on here.
In the beginning, I don't think I felt any type of way. I was just very intrigued of what this would bring. I really pushed myself because I have social anxiety, so I'm not as, freely open to just get on with people I've never met before and to just be open and vulnerable. So that was definitely a push for me today. Ending, I feel good. I feel like connected. Without even knowing you guys, I still feel connected because this was something where it's just like we have so many similarities, and it's just like, again, it was just different situations, but the bigger picture of what it was, like the same for real. So that was dope. I've been in my head trying to say, like, I need to meet new people, but I am not the person to go out and meet new people. So this was really cool, and it was really an eye-opener that it's like people out here that's like me who like to chill and really don't mind, really getting to the realer things and putting it out there, because that's what we lack, communication and conversations about real things. Like, so yeah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we got to connect, bro. Like, for real.
Lily and E, this for all of us.
I love it here. Like, I'm definitely a shy person. I don't, so when I first did the episode before, I was just like, I like it. Like, I love it here. It's definitely therapeutic. And you definitely get to meet some fun, cool, genuine people and, talk it out. So, yeah, I love it here.
Mason, I say this remind me of times at Hamlin Hall for real rap sessions.
Just like a more urban version of it. You feel me?
Yeah, because we had to be real cautious of what we said.
And for y'all that don't know, Hamlin Hall is we used to go to a church together, Huber Memorial. That's what we met at and everything. So they had like Bible studies, and all of the kids with different age groups would go to the class together.
Nice.
Lily?
I love it here. This is my second episode. I think it's more hood therapy for me that I need. I opened up some things I don't express and never told nobody. Y'all got it out of me. I'm always giving advice versus me expressing myself more. So you open up communication, and like I told y'all got a light, y'all got a great show, and y'all need to keep going because y'all healing a lot of people that need to be healed.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Shoot, y'all helping me heal out here.
I was about to say that too.
Y'all don't even know it.
People don't know what people
feel comfortable. Like,
comfortable are other people's experiences. Like,
you know what it feel like more? It feel like, back in the day we used to be on the phone with your friend for like hours.
Yes. Yep.
Y'all catch up like, girl, I remember back then I told you time. Well, now, girl, I'm grown, and this is how I take it now.
Right. Exactly. This is the new prescription right here.
My girlfriend was in the comments. She said, this episode made her night.
No. Yeah, Daddy. Oh,
girlfriend.
But the more you can close us out, we literally at 8:59. You can close us out.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh, it's that time again. We thank each and every one of you ladies for actually taking the time, because you could have did anything else, been anywhere else, but you decided to stick it out with NewEra410 Podcast, and we thank you so much. And again, in the comments, Kayla highlight, it brings back that feeling we used to have on three-way calls.
Yeah,
big time. But for sure, y'all, definitely, you're always welcome back. This is y'all new home. So y'all gotta come
Look,
back.
don't tell me that because you can be like, I can try and get back on again next week. Next show, I'm be like,
that's
send me that
cool.
link.
For sure. And
y'all can
thank
invite y'all
very
peoples
much.
too. It don't gotta just be y'all. Y'all can invite y'all peoples that y'all feel like might benefit from this, or just want to see how it is, or be a part. Everybody welcome.
Gotcha.
Everybody. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. But I gotta end it with this, y'all. I definitely gotta end it with this. You still ain't subscribed to NewEra410 Podcast on YouTube?
It's crazy about you.
You already know. You hear me? So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and even comment, because we always come with new content and we got something in store for you. But make sure that you tune in every single Sunday and Friday at 6:30, and you never know, you might get some merch. It's NewEra410 Podcast. We out.
Not everybody on
All right, y'all.